Hey kiddos, it's Miss Harris from the Barkville Falk Elementary School, and today we're going to talk about sentences so that we can develop ourselves as young authors. So let's get started. By the end of today's lesson, you're going to be able to say these statements. I can identify the characteristics of a sentence. I can identify sentences from fragments. I can recognize that every sentence has a naming part and a telling part. I can identify the naming parts and telling parts in sentences. So what exactly is a sentence, guys? A sentence is a group of related words that have to express a complete thought. It's very critical that these words are in the correct order so that they can make sense. Moving on, sentences use words that name and tell. Let's look at a couple sentences. I saw a baby giraffe today. So this is in fact the sentence. The words are in the correct word order. We have a naming part and we have a telling part. The words in a sentence must be in the correct order to make sense. Let's look at a sentence that is not in the correct order. Giraffe, the, lives, zoo, the, at. That does not make sense. So the reader does not understand what the author was trying to say. The giraffe lives at the zoo. The same words, but we switch the order of them so that they can make sense. And the giraffe lives at the zoo. Now we as the reader understands what the author was saying. All right, we're going to read a group of words. I want you to tell me which one makes sense. The first one. I has green cat the. Number 2, the cat has green eyes. Which one makes sense? Sentence 1 or sentence 2? Did you say sentence 2? If so, you are correct. The cat has green eyes. That sentence expresses a complete thought, has a group of related words in the correct word order. So as I have mentioned, every sentence has a naming part and a telling part. The naming part tells who or what the sentence is about. For instance, going back to the sentence, the giraffe lives in the zoo. The giraffe is our naming part. It names the what we are talking about. Every sentence also has to have a telling part. The telling part tells something about the naming part, what they're doing, what they did, what they're going to do. Looking at this sentence again, the giraffe lives in the zoo. We already talked about the giraffe being the naming part. What did the giraffe do? Lives in the zoo. Lives in the zoo is our telling part. So let's look at this picture right here. I want you to think of a sentence for this picture right here. Remember, your sentence has to express a complete thought, has to have related words, and it has to be in the correct word order so that the reader understands what you're talking about. So do you have a sentence? I have one. The fish swims. The fish swims. That sentence talks about the fish. The fish would be my naming part. What does the fish do? Swims. So swims would be our telling part. Let's take a look at this kid right here. What is he doing? He's eating ice cream. So the kid eats ice cream. The kid is our naming part. What does he do? Eats ice cream. Eats ice cream is your telling part. All right, guys, so let's keep going. The bee sees a flower. This is in fact a sentence. The buzzing bee. This one is not a sentence. What does the bee do? What does the buzzing bee do? That is my question to myself. We don't know. So that means this is not a sentence. It's in fact a fragment. But we can fix that part. We had the buzzing bee and we were trying to figure out what the buzzing bee does. The buzzing bee sees a flower. Now we in fact have a sentence. All right, so we're going to practice a few of them. Are you ready? I'm going to read off the sentence or the fragment. You're going to tell me if it is a sentence or if it is not a sentence. All right? The orange flowers. The orange flowers. Sentence? Not a sentence. This one is not a sentence. Bees make honey. Bees make honey. Sentence? Not a sentence. This one in fact is a sentence. Need the flowers. Need the flowers. Sentence? Not a sentence. This one is not a sentence because it makes me wonder, who needs flowers? The dog is barking. The dog is barking. This one is, in fact, a sentence, guys. Fuzzy the cat. Fuzzy the cat. Did you say this wasn't a sentence? Good job. Chocolate chip cookies. Chocolate chip cookies. Sentence or fragment? This one is a fragment. Peter fed the fish. Peter fed the fish. Did you say this one was a sentence? That's correct, guys. Cookie Monster loves cookies. Cookie Monster loves cookies. This one is a sentence. The dog chased the cat. The dog chased the cat. This one is a sentence. All right, what about this one? The bird, the nest, the egg. Is this a sentence or a fragment? These are multiple fragments. The bird is a naming part. We don't know about the telling part. The nest, what about the nest? That one also needs a telling part. And the egg, that one is also a fragment. So we have 3 fragments in that one. So this one is not a sentence. We made cookies. We made cookies. This one is a sentence. Good to eat. Good to eat. This one is a fragment. What is good to eat? Wagging its tail. Wagging its tail. This one is not a sentence, guys. It's a sentence fragment. All right, you're doing a great job. Stay strong, kiddos. The puppy is cute. The puppy is cute. All right, kiddos, you did an amazing job. So kiss your brain. Kiss your brain. Kiss your brain. All right, moving on, the naming part. So now we're going to really work on picking out the naming part. Every sentence has a naming part, as we've been saying. You should know it by now because I keep telling it to you. So it tells who or what the sentence is about. Now we're going to start practicing. This sentence says, Max climbs the jungle gym. Max is the naming part. It tells who climbs the jungle gym. Who climbs? It's Max. The jungle gym is new. The jungle gym is my naming part. It tells what is new. My jump rope is long. What's the naming part? Remember who or what the sentence is about. My jump rope is long. My jump rope is the naming part. Mary plays with me. Who or what is the sentence about? Mary. Mary is who is the naming part of this sentence. The boys play too. The boys, that's right, is the naming part. My brother climbs the ladder. Tell me, what is the naming part? My brother climbs the ladder. My brother is the naming part. Again, it tells me who climbs. It's my brother. Melissa swings high. Melissa swings high. Melissa is the naming part. We play tag after school. We play tag after school. Who is the sentence, or what is the sentence about? Ah, it's about we. We play. Our teacher blows her whistle. Our teacher blows her whistle. The naming part is our teacher. All right, so you guys did awesome. So let's move on to the telling part. The telling part tells something about the naming part. All right, so let's practice. You've been doing great. Let's keep working hard. All right, here's an example. The family goes to the lake. Goes to the lake is my telling part. It tells what the family is doing. All right, a big fish jumps. Jumps is the telling part. The duck quacks. What is the telling part in this sentence? The duck quacks. Quacks is the telling part. Rabbits hop and hop. Rabbits hop and hop. Ah, that's correct, guys. Hop and hop is your telling part. Grandma sits on the beach. Grandma sits on the beach. Sits on the beach is your telling part. The children jump in the water. The children jump in the water. What is your telling part? Ah, you got it right. Jump in the water is correct. Dad rows a boat. Dad rows a boat. What is the telling part? Rows a boat, guys. You're doing great. Mom catches a fish. Mom catches a fish. What is your telling part? Catches a fish. That's right. All right, guys. So you have been doing an amazing job today. I'm super duper proud of you. So I just want you to show me what you know, okay? A quick little quiz before we leave. In your own words, I want you to finish each of these sentences because in the first one, the ant, I've given you the naming part, but you need to give me the telling part. In number 2, blank digs a hole. I gave you the telling part, but you need to give me a naming part. So I want you to take a second. Think of 2 things you can put into my blanks for me. All right, do you have something? All right, so let's check it. The ant climbs. You could put the ant bites, or how about even the ant marches? Ooh, that was a good one. All right, number 2, let's look at that one. Blank digs a hole. Who or what digs a hole? My dad digs a hole. My dog digs a hole. All right, guys, you did a great job. So really quickly, let's just review on here. I want you to do these super fast, okay? We've had plenty of practice. Do it super fast. What is the naming part of each sentence? My cat climbs the tree. That's right, my cat. I jump up and down. Good. Mom looks up in the tree. That's right, Mom it is. Dad gets a ladder. That's right, Dad. All right, guys, and last 4 for your little quiz. All right, what is the telling part of each sentence? Number 1, I throw a ball to Sadie. What is the telling part? That's right, throw a ball to Sadie. She is our new puppy. Is our new puppy is your telling part. We play together. Yes. Play together. And number 4, a fox lives in the woods. Lives in the woods. Great work, awesomes. You did an amazing job. All right, so really quickly, we are finished with today's lesson, and you should be able to say these targets with me with confidence, guys. So I want you to repeat after me, okay? You ready? I can identify sentences from fragments. I can recognize that every sentence has a naming part and a telling part. I can identify the naming parts and telling parts in sentences. Last one. I can identify the naming parts and telling parts in sentences. All right, guys, you did an amazing job in today's lesson. I'm super duper proud of you. And as always, you're awesome, you're the best, and you rock. Have a great day, kiddos.